Hello, crafty friends. How are you? Stacy here with week 2 of my 8 weeks Christmas card making series, where each week I will be bringing to you a super easy duplicatable card or gift card for you to recreate. So there I am, I'm live. I just wanted to make sure. So if you're with me, say hello. If not, I'll catch you on the replay. Be sure to say hi. So tonight I'm playing with Festive Friends. I've been having lots of fun playing with Festive Friends, and I do want to show you something, a little preview sneak peek here, that if you come back on Friday at 9 a.m., I'm in a YouTube hop, and you'll be seeing how I create this triple gift card holder, and I also feature the Festive Friends. So this is super fun to make. Again, that's Friday at 9 a.m. So you can find that here on my YouTube channel. Okay, so tonight what I have for you, so last week we made a gift card holder. So this week I have a super easy, duplicatable, replicatable card for you. Hey Jean, how are you? So this is the card sketch that we're gonna be making tonight, and I used the Festive Friends. So we're going to walk through all of the dimensions. Now, after this video airs, when I put it up on YouTube, I'm going to give you some cutting directions. So there'll be a downloadable tutorial. So if you're not catching me live or you want to go back and make this, but again, I just have to wait till this video airs so I can link it right there, and everything will be for you to instant download. So again, this is a super easy sketch. Let me show it to you again. There's the sketch that we're going for, and this is the card that I made. So we're going to do some inking and some tone-on-tone stamping, and then I cut out some die cuts. But what I love about this is I'm using a lot of these. This is that ephemera pack. It is the Greetings for You Mix and Match Ephemera 166208. This is a really great set. They're really thick die cuts, and look at all of these sentiments that you get. So you get 2 of each. Here's another one. 2 each of those. So you get quite a lot in here in this pack. So I'm starting to use that. So I didn't stamp my sentiment, I just popped it up, and that is one of those ephemeras. So let's get to creating. And another thing I thought was super cute, I stamped my envelope. Don't forget your envelopes. And I think this stamp set is so super cute to stamp envelopes, because here now you'll put your recipient's address and then your return address up here. And I just think that gives a lot of character to the envelope, and it matches your card so great. So that is that I wanted to show you. I did some doodling here in the hat. We'll do that also on his scarf. I'll show you that, what I did there. Again, with the inking, we're going to do that. All right, so I have all my pieces. Let me bring all my pieces in here. And I'm going to bring my trimmer in. Now, this recipe, so the directions that you receive you will make 2 cards. So when you cut this, you'll get 2 cards out of here. So you need to pick 2 pieces of DSP, and you have to cut both of them by 4. I believe it's 4 by 5 1/4. Where's my sketch here? Yeah, 4 by 5 1/4. So that's what we're going to do here. 4 by 5 1/4. Then I'm going to take my other piece. So for this, I'm duplicating this card with you today, but I'm going to show you how to cut your DSP. But I am definitely making 2 more cards with this, and I am going to use the Santa out of my Festive Friends for this. So this is what you're left with. You also need just one piece of coordinating cardstock and one piece of basic white, and then your scraps for whatever die cuts that you're going to stamp and die cut out. So this is the card we're going to be recreating again in just a moment, but I want to show you how to cut these properly diagonal. So I'm going to bring my trimmer back in. I should have just left that here. Okay, and I'm going to bring, let me just zoom you in here. Okay, so here is my 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to take my upper left corner and my bottom right corner, and I'm going to put them in the channel of where your trimmer cuts. And I tell you, the Stampin' Up! Trimmer is great for this because it has a really deep, right there, it has a really deep channel. So that's where you want to be. But you don't want to start from the bottom up or here down and pull at your paper because it'll tear. So what I do is I get my paper in place. I move actually, let me lift that up, get it back in place. I'm going to put my cutting blade where I want it, then secure it in place. And from the middle, I'm going to cut up and then go back so that I have perfect points. You know how you get the squished point at the corner there? Well, this gives you an absolute perfect point. Okay, so I'm just going to move these off to the side. I'm going to take that other piece and I'm going to do the same thing. Upper left, bottom right. I'm going to get it in position, close my cover. All right, now I can move this out of the way. So if I had both of these here, all we're going to do is we're going to take one of these, replace it here. So here now we're going to have, that's how we're making 2 cards, because here is your main DSP, is that it's creating that illusion of a frame. So that's how you cut that. So now I'm going to keep these and I'm going to make 2 more cards using this Santa, because it's going to look great against this background. So I'm going to save that, but I did want to show you how to properly cut. So now I'm going to bring in all of my pieces and I'll bring in the card that we're going to be making tonight. Again, I went ahead and stamped my envelope. I stamped him in Memento Black and colored him with my Stampin Blends. So don't forget to do your envelope. So here I have just a regular white card base. So I'm just going to score my card base. All right. So another trick, because sometimes I do not have steady hands, but so what you want to do is on your card base, right? Here's what you're going to do. You want to line these up and adhere them down, right? How I've made dozens of these cards. This is one of my holiday cards I recreate all the time. Actually, here's last year's one of them, because to show you that you can do this just with a great big sentiment. If you have a nice sentiment, I heat embossed this one, but this was one of my Christmas cards from last year. So if you remember, or actually 2 years ago, with this close to my heart. So yeah. But I'm putting it back into my Christmas cards this year, but I'm not doing a great big stamp. I'm doing more of a cluster of dies. But if you want to get this perfect, so the trick is, here's the trick, Scotch tape. So what you want to do is just flip these over, right? And on your desk where you can properly line them up perfectly, because y'all know me, I'm OCD with this stuff. Put a piece of Scotch tape when it's perfectly down, and then come back in and get the one edge there and the one edge here. And now you can flip it over and it's perfectly adhered. Okay, that is a huge tip. So now all you have to do is line up your card. And if your paper is non-directional like this is, you can do it either which way. So on my card here, I had the dots on the bottom. So now I'm just going to flip them on the top. So where is my, here we go. I'm going to just adhere this straight down to my card base. I use lots of snail. I use lots of dimensional. That is me. I know I'm very wasteful with adhesive, but I'm sorry. All right, so you're gonna put this down. Got about 1/4 of an inch peeking through, right? So now the other pieces are, here is that piece of coordinating cardstock. So I'm using, this is some retired paper. It's from Take a Bow or Take a Bow. So this is garden green, and then I have my basic white. That's my stamping layer. And this is supposed to make, like, again, that framed look. So endless opportunities here with this basic card sketch. So here are the die cut elements that I cut out. So I cut out these 2 trees. These are from the Festive Friends sets. But see how these trees cut out? It cuts out this great little branch. Let me show you. So what I did was I cut it out of scrap with early espresso because, let me bring my card back in, when I adhere it, look how nice that looks with the branch on the inside. So all I did was I just popped it inside there. Again, see, I don't have steady hands. Where is my, here we go, my tweezer. I need my third hand. So I pop this inside here. And then I picked the whole thing up, holding it with my tweezer, flipped it over. And I put adhesive just on the back of it, just like that. So that's how I got the tree like that. So now that I have adhesive, I'm just going to set that off to the side, but I did want to show you that. And I do just want to prep these to get ready. So I am just going to put them in the middle of one another and get adhesive and just put them off to the side. They're going to be fine. On my desk here. Okay. So I think they look so cool like that. All right. And then I have, I cut out of glitter some snowflakes. So you get a lot of, a few various sizes and shapes of snowflakes. So I cut them out of white glitter. And then I cut out these 2 trees out of the old olive. I really like these trees. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to take Pool Party ink, and I'm going to take my blending brush, and I'm pretty much going to blend this entire background of this white here. And then when I get a piece of scrap, actually, let me just go under that, even though it's smaller. So I'm just lightly covering the entire piece of cardstock just to make like a wintry background. And when it's kind of blurred, I like that. That's the look I'm going for because it's like a snowy scenery background. All right, that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to blend the whole thing. Let me bring that up so you can see it. Hard to see in the if I cover the shade, it's better there. I give you a little shade. You can see. You can actually see here. Look at on where I moved it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I just have a little sponge dauber here. I want to just come in with the edges. You know, we forget sometimes to do this, and I used to love inking my edges. So it's not until you see somebody do it, right, that you remember to do something, and that's something I always loved to do. Just another finishing touch. So Okay, looks good. Now I have that snowflake, and I'm just going to put not a lot. I'm not creating a background DSP, which you all know I like to do, but I'm just putting a few, maybe like 4, and in no particular pattern. Just looking at my example where things are going to peek out, that's where I kind of was visually putting them. Okay, that's all the stamping we have. And now I believe we are just going to build this card. So this is just going to layer here together with one another. Not too much dimension on this card, so the only thing I have popped up is my snowman and one of the trees. So this tree is popped up, this little sentiment is popped up, and then the snowman is actually double popped up. So I lied. There's quite a few dimension on this card, but the layers are all adhered down. Okay, this with the top, I have the 2 at the top here. So I'm kind of just trying to center this eyeball. Then I'm going to bring in my card base and I'm going to center that right about there. Okay, that looks good. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to start placing my items down. So let me get everything what we need. So I do need my dimensionals. I need to pop one of these up, so I'll get that ready. Okay, and all right, so here's my snowman. And I'm going, since I have, so here's my snowman. Okay, so see those little dots? I'm going to show you what I did for that. And then look at how cool his, let's see, can you see the scarf? Yeah. And if you notice, along coloring in the whole snowman, I used my shimmer brush or a wink of Stella you might have. So I colored in my whole snowman with that. The Stampin Blends that I used on this card, because if you want to recreate and you have the exact DSP, I used light summer splash, light peach pie, light real red, and dark granny apple green. So those were the colors. And then I took my Doodle pen. So I did it already just for the sake of time on part of the hat. So let me bring that up. See there? So I colored that with my Stampin' Blend. And then all I'm going to do is randomly put, now this is a black journaling pen. This is a journaling pen for scrapbooking. How cute is that, right? Now, for his scarf, I'm just going to put some lines. And then I'm going to, the little tabs go this way. I think that looks so much better, right? Just that little added touch. And again, I'm just using a, this is a Le Pen. It's a scrapbooking pen. Okay, So there's that. Now I need to put double dimension on him. So what I'm going to do is I'm using some foam tape here that I have in my stash. And what I did is one layer, I'm pulling off the backing and I'm going to put about the same size, another layer right on top. So now I have double dimension foam adhesive. Okay. What else? What else? I think we're ready to assemble. So I'm going to take one of my trees. Let me move this in. I'm going to take one of these trees. They have the adhesive already, and I'm going to put it right about there. I'm going to take the other one and put it right about there. Okay. Now this tree, I'm going to put some adhesive on the back. I'm going to put it layered kind of right there. And this one with the adhesive is going to go right about there. And now my double dimension. Oh, and look on the little pom-pom for the hat, I used stickles. I'm sure we all have something like this in our stash, some liquid glitter glue. Okay, so now I'm just gonna put him a little angled off to the side. Just like that. And now I'm gonna come in with my green glue here and put a dot there, a dot there, a dot there. I'm gonna take there. I do have an extra one of these little guys. So I know that's 4. It's not quite. No, I'm not going to throw it off. I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing it. All right. So I'm going to bring in, I'm just going to use the same sentiment, Merry Christmas. I want something nice, something that size is perfect. And you guys, these are my Christmas cards. All right, so that is that one. Happy Christmas. Not this Happy Christmas right here. Oh, I have it right there too. Let's do this one. How's that look? Right there. Perfect. And you know, if again you're like crazy OCD like me and you get a little, you see those little nuggets right there when you pop them out, I just rub it with my finger or I get a nail file. I need to put some adhesive on the back here. All right, so when, just give me a little bit. When I get this video processed and uploaded to YouTube at Crafty Diva USA, you will find the tutorial, which you can download to give you the dimensions so you can recreate this card. But that is that. Here they are. Where's my other envelope? Here it is. So cute. So super cute. Right? I love it. I'm using this set a lot. So the YouTube hop that I'm in, don't forget, come back to on my YouTube channel on Friday at 9 a.m. This video will post how to make that. And then my next video is the 24th, and I'm using this again. I just can't help it. I just think it's so super adorable. So I hope you enjoyed tonight's card, and I hope you give it a try. Like I said, the video will include this tutorial, which will have the sketch and have the cutting guide for you to recreate. So I hope you enjoyed tonight's video, and you all have a wonderful rest of your week. Take care now. Hey, Kara.